RapRadar.com.
Yeah.
Still with my man Drama. So there's another one we waiting for.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
What's that?
The big reunion with you and Jeezy. Trap or Die,
Snowman,
right?
Yeah.
The Snowman, Trap or Die.
You seen him yesterday?
Huh?
At the concert?
He wasn't trying to talk to me though, man. He didn't holler at me.
You gotta holler at him, man. Snowman, holler at YN, man. Let him know what's good, baby.
But that's coming down the road?
I talked to Jeezy, man. I'm
Okay.
on deck. I'm ready to work. You know
Okay.
What I'm saying? So,
Okay.
I know he's on that tour right now.
Yeah. What's the Chris Brown? That surprised a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the difference working with him compared to working with rappers? Like, was there any real specific difference in the process or anything?
It's not really. It's not a difference. I think a lot of times, when it comes to artists that may fall out of what people assume is the Gangsta Grillz brand, it's just really, to me, it's about, showing and proving that, our brand is what we make it. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Trendsetter Sense. We made it a Gangsta Grill Rhythm and Streets. Something of the same similarity that we did with R. Kelly last year, which Chris Brown actually mentioned was one of his favorite mixtapes of all time. But I've been catching that for a long time. Of course, like for years, Gangsta Grillz is a brand that people became aware of because of T.I. and Jeezy and Wayne.
Yeah.
And then I started to really move in a lot of lanes, and we was doing projects like Pharrell and Little Brother, and then now like
Pharrell
Chris Brown
dope,
and things like that. So it's just really about, to me, like just proving that the affiliates and like what we represent, it's quality music. So Chris Brown, if you listen to the tape, you know what I mean, I go in a different way. We put it together, but good music is good music, and I can always put my touch to it.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I think for this one with Chris, it gave him the freedom to do a lot more, as it does a lot of artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially when they do like their first mixtape.
Exactly.
They bust that nut. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a DJ Drama Gangsta Grill, so you know what I'm saying, that holds some weight. It's a good brand, It's like being on RapRadar.com.
Well, Tip's coming home. Well, he's home a little bit, so I guess that right there could be one of the most highly anticipated.
No, that's gonna happen. That has to happen. Tip been doing his thing. You know what I mean? I've seen him a couple times. I don't want to get into too much information, but
you gotta keep a low pro, till things are proper.
Let's just say he's working. So you know what I mean? Get ready. Shout out to the whole Grand Hustle family.
Yeah. But so no concept. I bet you have a secret plan of
for Tip,
the concept. Yeah.
It has to come to me. Like with all of them, a lot of them come to me. The majority of the time, there are things that I bring to the artist and they work well, and then there's some times where the artist may come. Like Down with the King, I think that title was Tip's idea, and for that tape. I mean, I remember I went to him and said, "Yo, it's time, we got to do it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But something like that, I haven't even really put my brain around the concept of what that project will be, but it's long overdue, and in the space that I'm in the space that he's in, like, it's gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah. What's the joy you maintain out of it? Because I mean, you've been doing it for a minute. Like, what keeps you so motivated to deliver these mixtapes? Even though the market's changed now, you know what I mean, and the approach to it, you still have that same drive.
I love what I do. I think that I've been doing this music for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I came up watching other mixtape DJs, I paid attention to everything in hip hop, the whole culture, all types of DJs, because I mean there's so many branches, from the turntablists to radio to parties to everything, and there was always just something special to me about mixtape DJs, and I watched a lot of people come up and do their thing, and you know what I mean? I had a blast coming up, and finally, after putting so many years of hard work, because I mean, we put a lot of work in, man. Shout out to my man Trendsetter, like, he was with me from the early days. You know what I mean? When we was just on campus moving CDs and everything, and to be in a position I was in, and to get to the heights that I was in, you know what I mean? I remember Billboard told me they'd never put a DJ on the cover of a magazine. They told me, like, that'll never happen, and they kind of laughed. And then, we got the cover of Billboard magazine, and even when the Ray situation happened and things like that, like, that happened on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? It happened when, when Drum was, at the top of the mixtape game. So after that happened, it was important for me to. It was important for us, really, you know what I'm saying, as a group, to stand strong for the culture and mixtapes and keep doing it. And, you know, just as now, you know, the shits is more alive just as they was before.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's crazy that you overcame that, you know, like the impact of how big that was, you know.
You know what I mean?
Time has made that look a little smoother, but that was a big, big moment.
And then, you know, a lot of people,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's history. That's history, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then a lot of people like
the culture.
That was part of the culture, and then with that, you know, it was like I knew that wasn't going to sum up our story. You know what I'm saying? I knew
that wasn't the end. Yeah.
Yeah, we had so much more. That was just a chapter. You know what I mean? Something that was part of the history, and then you look back on it, and it's more nostalgic than it is devastating. You know what I mean? So, you know, and I think with people like myself, and you know, I got a lot of like very powerful names. You know what I'm saying? Like Barack Obama and Mr. Thanksgiving, and you know, iPod King, like. You know, those are things I feel like I got to live up to now. You know what I'm saying? If I say I feed the streets, I'm the mixtape president, okay, I got to play my position. You know what I mean? And we love what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to a lot of Dark Willie the Kid, Trendsetter Sense V12.
Well, let's get into that. We talked about the history. Let's get into the future. The next segment, we're going to talk about affiliates, what we do in the future. What's the blueprint?
Oh, man.
All right. I'm going to go right after this.
I'm ready to go. Let's go. Right on, baby.